Welcome to the channel, everyone. Model Car Guy Rich here. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today I'm going to do a build on the AMT 1967 Chevrolet Camaro Z28, an authentic kit, 125 scale. This was kit number AMT 1309-12, and this one was released, I think it's on the bottom. Yep. March 30th of 2022. So as always, I'll get the parts all laid out on a bench here and see where we go from there. Okay, so all parts are down on the bench here. The decals, the chrome, and the clear glass and the instructions are still in the box. But here are all the molded and white parts plus the tires. Looks like we have an option of two different hoods here and here. A couple different wheel options, it looks like. There's some wheel backings here, some wheel backings there. So that'll be nice. Here's the engine, some bucket seats, dashboard, all the goodies. So alright, time to start clipping parts from the tree and making some paint color decisions and try to figure out how we're going to build this one. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you in a few minutes. Yeah, this must be a really old kit being reissued over and over. Check out the flashing on this one. All over the place. At first I didn't even recognize what part it was. The rest of it not too bad, but that seems to be the worst part. Alrighty. Alrighty, so a few minutes later, I've got the main components all clipped off the trees. Apparently there are a few optional items, so we've got some extra set of spare wheels for the parts bin, another hood and wheel backings, some custom exhaust, intake manifold, all kinds of goodies. But this will be the stuff to make this a stock version of the vehicle. So as soon as I decide what color I'm going to paint everything, I'll come back to you. Right now I'm just going to start assembling the engine and the subcomponents of things and get it all prepped for paint. Breaking out an oldie for this one, guys. Chevrolet engine red from Model Masters. This is for the 67 Camaro engine. Just thought I'd share that with you. That bottle's over 30 years old. I keep adding thinner to it and extending the life of it, but I'll be running out soon. Fortunately, I have another bottle right here. Alrighty, be right back. Alright, coming along nicely. Everything's fitting into place real nice. Got the engine installed, interior's in, waiting on some parts to dry, and we'll put her all together. Okay, so right at the last minute of the build here on the 67 Camaro, the interior bucket does not fit all the way flush down to the chassis body. So what I've done is I went through and ground down a bit of the hump that's in the chassis body itself, and I did not affect the bottom of this, the bucket, and now it fits down flush, whereas before, I can't get the light to hit it right, but before it was sitting up about that high. And as it went together, the body wouldn't fit down on the frame properly. So I had to take it apart again and cut that one side down, or the middle part. But see, it's still right a little high. It looks like up here still. I'm going to have to bring the edges in this way. I'm going to have to narrow those up a little bit in order to get the interior bucket to fit down flush on the body. So I'll be back when I'm done with that. So yeah, it looks like I have to go a little bit deeper. The part that's interfering goes all the way from here all the way to the rear floorboards basically, and I don't know if this part wasn't molded deep enough, or if the body part here, the chassis, had too big of a hump here. Either way, I'm trying to cut down the hump so that I don't destroy the interior. So I've just been taking the Dremel, putting it on a light setting. That's a number 2 setting on the Dremel. And I don't know if I'll be able to be in frame, but I'm just kind of guiding it along, kind of shaving it a little, because sanding or a file would take forever to do this. I'm sorry if my hand's blocking it. About the best angle I can get there, guys. Sorry. And of course, you got to do it on both sides, otherwise it won't lay out evenly. This is the first issue I've run into with this kit. Everything was going together perfect up until now. I don't know what happened there. That's part of the deal. Part of modeling. This section here sits too high, and it was too wide, so I'm trimming it down and in on both sides. Alright, I'll check it out there once I clean this up a little bit. Well, I'll see how it goes right now. Yeah, you can see it's still a little wonky in there, right? It's still held up right here. There's still a high point right here. Everything else is going in good. If I force it, it goes good, but I won't be able to put that much pressure on it with the body on it. So I'm just going to trim down a little bit more right here to bring it downward, and then skinny it up just a little bit. Yeah, alright, I'll be back when I'm done with that. Well, there it is, folks. After hours of aggravation, I got it to come out decent. Originally, the paint job on this kit was absolutely perfect, and after hours and hours of frustration, I ended up dripping some glue on the paint here and destroyed that a little bit, and on the front it dripped a little. Very frustrated building this kit. I appreciate the heck out of what round 2 does for the modeling community. However, guys, if you can hear me, please go through these kits and correct these issues. I had no issue whatsoever building this kit originally until the very end, when I run into frustration with the interior bucket not sitting flush on the chassis. The front end didn't fit properly. You can see there's still a bit of a gap on this end right here, where this centerpiece is too short side to side, so it didn't fit in there well. The chrome trim around it didn't protrude far enough to sit flush on the front of the body panels the way it's supposed to. Very frustrating. I had a lot of fun building it up until that point. The bottom valance was too wide. You can see it sticks out a little bit right there. Right here. It's sticking out a little too far. And over here it's sticking out a little too far, which gave me a lot of frustration. The bottom of the kit turned out decent. Okay. But very frustrating. Again, if I was a first-time builder and this was the first kit I was building, I absolutely would not come back to the hobby. There's so many little issues that just frustrated me. So here's the engine compartment. Come out okay. Yeah, kid has a lot of potential, but because of I guess the molding issues, the scale is off on some pieces or something. I don't know. It's funny right now. Through the camera, the color looks kind of gold or brown. It's actually green. If there, when the light hits it that way, it's a gloss olive oil green. Come out really sharp. The color was beautiful. But yeah, I debated whether to just put this one in a box and leave it alone for a while. I walked away 3 or 4 times. But in the end, it turned out fine. We're good. I'll put it on the shelf somewhere midway in the back somewhere. And hopefully I don't see it that often and it doesn't remind me of how frustrating it was. I have a 1990s version of this kit that I will compare to the current version, which came out in 2022. And I'm going to build the 90s version to see if the same issues were there or something that's come about with the new release. I don't know. But that's another one in the books, as they say. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you on the next one. So thank you all for sticking around. Please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, check out my other videos, tell your friends about me. And I'll see you on the next one. This is Model Car Guy Rich out. Keep on modeling.